There was once a beggar who lived at a busy railway station in the city. Every day he survived by asking passengers on trains for money. One afternoon, while begging as usual, he noticed a tall man in a suit. The beggar thought, "This man looks rich. If I ask him, surely he'll give me a good amount." So he went up and stretched his hand. But instead of giving him money, the tall man looked at him and said, "You always keep asking, but do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar was shocked. "Sir, I'm just a poor beggar. I only ask. I have nothing to give." The tall man shook his head and replied, "If you can't give, you have no right to keep asking either. I'm a businessman. I believe in give and take. Only if you have something to give me, I can give you something in return." And with that, the man boarded the train and left. Those words hit the beggar's heart like an arrow. He kept thinking, maybe I don't get much alms because I never give anything in return. But what can I give? I have nothing. Days passed in this thought, until one morning, sitting near the station, he noticed some flowers blooming around. An idea sparked in his mind. What if I give flowers in return for alms? Excited, he plucked some flowers and went into the train. Whenever someone gave him money, he smiled and offered a flower back. To his surprise, people loved it. They happily accepted the flowers and even gave him more money than before. This continued every day. The beggar would collect flowers and distribute them to people in exchange for their generosity. Soon he realized something strange. When he had flowers, people gave him plenty of money, but when the flowers were gone, hardly anyone paid attention. The lesson was clear. People were not just giving him charity anymore. They were actually paying for the flowers. One day he saw the same tall man again on the train. Excited, he rushed over and said, "Sir, today I have something to give you too, these flowers. Please give me alms and I'll give you flowers in return." The tall man smiled, handed him some money and accepted the flowers. "Wonderful," he said. "Now you're just like me, a businessman." Then he got off at his station. Those words once again shook the beggar's world, but this time in a good way. He kept repeating in his mind, "I'm not a beggar. I'm a businessman. I can be rich too." His eyes sparkled with hope. That very night, he shouted to the sky, "I am not a beggar. I am a traitor." People thought he'd gone mad, but in truth, he had just discovered a new identity. The beggar disappeared from the station after that day. 6 months later, at the same railway station, two men in suits met on a train. One extended his hand and said, "Do you recognize me?" The other replied, "No, I don't think we've met before." Smiling, the first man said, "Not once, but 3 times we've met. The first time you told me an important rule of life. The second time you told me who I really am. And today this is the 3rd time." The second man looked carefully and suddenly exclaimed, "Oh, you're that beggar, the one I refused to give money to, and then later I bought flowers from. But today, in a suit, who are you now?" The man laughed. "Yes, I was that beggar, but today I'm a successful flower merchant. With the money I collected by giving flowers, I started buying more. People here love flowers, and slowly I grew into a big trader. That day you taught me the rule of life, give and take. And the second time, you taught me that I wasn't really a beggar, I was already a trader. Once I changed my thinking, my entire life changed." Both men shook hands warmly, smiling with respect. The train stopped and they got off, walking together as fellow businessmen.